Hi, this is Dennis Gage. Welcome to another edition of My Classic Car. Today we're guests of the Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous. This 9th annual event is a 4-day automotive festival honoring the historic Route 66 highway and is filled with car cruising and good old-fashioned fun. More than 2,400 cars and 300,000 spectators are expected to hang out on the streets of beautiful downtown San Bernardino, California. Joining me now is Shelley Wong, one of the organizers of this event. Shelley, you got a monster going here.
Oh, it's awesome. It's great.
it's way cool. Now, what is the Route 66 connection here?
Well, as you know, it goes from Chicago to LA, and San Bernardino is one of the stops.
It was one of the stops. So it actually ran real close to here, within a block or so?
Oh yeah, 5th Street turns into Foothill, and that's us.
That is great. Now this event's got a lot going on, more than just a mere 2,400 cars and 300,000 people. What all you have going?
Well, we have entertainment stages throughout the event. We have vendors lined up on the streets. We have a kids area. We have a burnout, open header, poker run.
Ooh, all the popular ones.
Yeah,
right?
It's great.
Now you've been with this event for a while too, is that right?
Yeah, this is my 6th year.
6th year, you keep coming back, huh?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Now, what does it take to pull something like this off?
Well, it takes a lot of volunteers and coordinating. We have about 600 volunteers. We have 22 organizing committee members and 3 permanent staff.
And you're one of them?
Yes, I am.
You got a job that's almost as good as mine.
Oh, it's great.
So it's just this monster block party, right?
Yeah.
Wow, and you're going to just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Oh, yes. We hope it goes on forever.
Well,
you know the cars do.
Well, that's great. I tell you, I got to get around and see some of these rides. There's some really cool ones.
Yeah.
So, hey, thanks for having us, Shelley.
Well, thanks.
As far back as I can remember, I loved cars. I was determined to be an automobile designer. That was my one goal in life. So I went to MIT. At the time I was there, I entered the Fisher Body Craftsman's Guild. That was a design competition. I won that competition in 1947, but the best part was they took me aside and said, listen, when you get out of college, come and see us. And that's how I started at General Motors.
I started working at General Motors styling shortly after Chuck did. At lunchtime, we all had go-karts and we'd go out racing one of the edges of the parking lot where the cars weren't, and it parked, and we just had a ball. I remember he really messed up an expensive suit one day. Chuck was raised in the era under Harley Earl and Bill Mitchell, and he was very much influenced by them.
I moved up pretty fast in the organization. I guess I was lucky because I started around the bend with trucks, tractors, trains, and did some things that were significant early on.
Most of his original work was in the truck studio. And I know he did some terrific vehicles down there, the Cameo Carrier, which really was the first pickup truck that had the sides integrated, and the La Universal show car, which was really the first minivan. Chuck's career at General Motors really emerged after his truck work. He made many, many contributions in that era. He did that wonderful Buick Centurion show car.
Buick presents the sleek Centurion.
And of course, he was very close to all the Camaros and Corvettes that were done through the years. I know one car that Chuck's been very proud of is the 67 Eldorado.
67 Eldorado, I had a lot of satisfaction seeing that car. It was the first sporty, elegant Cadillac. One day in '66, the boss called me in, Mitchell called me in and said, listen kid, you're going to Europe. Well, that was the beginning of new life at Opel. Opel was known as a farmer's car. Now Opel is one of the most significant cars worldwide.
You know, under General Motors, we had always built up a wonderful identity for each division. This started way back with Harley Earl, and Chuck reaffirmed that when he took over as Vice President of General Motors Styling. Two of the cars that we were both most proud of, and I know Chuck was proud of them, was the Seville and the Aurora.
I believe that it's immoral to do a car that isn't beautiful. Excitement should be part of this. It's got to have this emotional appeal. My push was always towards doing something new. I resisted anything that didn't allow us to move ahead, design-wise. And we had fun doing it.
As the afternoon wore on at the Stater Brothers Route 66 rendezvous, the crowd grew larger and the excitement level pegged the fun meter as the cruising really got serious. An estimated 350,000 people and 2,400 cars lined a 10-block area in downtown San Bernardino. The variety of cars was amazing. It took me hours just to see the entries on one side of the street. Well, right now, David, I'm standing on this side of the street, knee-deep in muscle cars, and what's interesting about these are all cars of San Bernardino Police Force and the Sheriff's Force, is that right?
That's right, about half are police department and the other half are with the Sheriff's Office.
And you're one of San Bernardino's finest yourself?
I'm one of the
many.
finest, one of many fine people that
Well,
work
I
for us.
find it odd that these are all muscle cars. What is it with you guys?
Well, no, I guess we just grew up in that period of time where we like muscle cars.
Well, I always wondered what you guys did after work, but of course you drive it according to the law.
Yep, 65 miles an hour.
Well, it's better than 55, isn't it?
Yeah, 55 is a bit slow.
Bob, with all the customs, classics, and cruisers here, I couldn't help but stop and look at this car. This is an amazingly original car. What is it?
It's a 1914 Ford Model T Touring.
And being a touring car, it was actually a four-door, what all?
Yes, it's a four-door, and of course all Fords of this vintage only had 3 doors. That one appears to be a door, but it really is not a functioning door. So,
It's a pseudo door, right?
It's a 3-door, 4-door car.
And it had the original interior in it?
Yes, the original interior, and I believe it's the original cocoa floor mat in the rear.
Now, the thing that I found really interesting about this, everybody thinks that the club and all these theft protection devices are new. This was a theft protector from that era, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, when you think that everything is, some things like that are new,
aren't.
Not. The club is a modification of
Wow,
what some people refer to as a Denver boot.
As the warmth of the sun faded, the event got into full swing and started to take on a slightly different personality. The whole downtown area looked like a set from the movie American Graffiti, which was being honored at this year's event. The bright paint jobs, revving engines, and youthful enthusiasm of all age groups made it clear that this was a place to party. Well, now, Ron, Peggy, you guys are here from where?
From Orange County,
From Orange County. So you didn't come too far, but you drove a 66 Caprice. It's black, so we can't show it. It's night. But you guys are, sort of having a good time, I think.
We
Is that
are
true?
wonderful.
Having a blast. I see you're also the official judges here. You've got
Oh yeah,
Rev It Up.
Great body. Gee, we even got a
Great rear end. What else you got? Rev It Up. You got.
Want to trade?
Wanna trade?
You see stuff that you like pretty good.
Well, Stan, this is one sweet little rod that actually looks like it belongs here under the street light. I got to tell you, I love this thing. What are we looking at?
Well, thank you very much. This is a 31 Ford Coupe, and it has a 32 grill.
Yeah, that threw me first.
It's chopped and channeled, and it also has a 383 Chevrolet motor
3 deuces.
with 3 2s.
And it really hauls, I'm
Yes,
sure.
it does.
Some pretty serious tires there and back, but the interior is just as beautiful as the exterior back here.
Yes, it is.
And what sort of gauges are we looking at in there?
They're Stewart Warner gauges with a
is.
tack, an old style tack,
That is beautiful.
and a Mustang steering wheel.
About 9 p.m., I was exhausted, but I didn't even notice it. The endless parade of cool rides was enough to keep any car nut overdosed on adrenaline. I never knew what was behind the next car. Or for that matter, when marshmallows might come in handy. A couple hours later, I did make a concession to my feet, who suggested that I stand in one place and let the cars come to us. Yeah, it's my classic car. How you doing? It was an excellent idea, because the fun and surprises just kept coming. Whoa! Look at this. This is just too cool. This is too cool. I love this, you guys. You drove it here, of course.
Of course.
Of course. And
Daily driver.
Daily driver. Everybody says that. I don't believe it.
You guys every day. See how many
No
miles?
kidding, you do.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Ukaipa.
All right. Well, hey, have a great time.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay, I will.
Hey, now that's a ride. I like that ride. Oh, you got the goggles too? That's perfect. That's
Left
perfect.
my World War II helmet at home though.
So what are you running there?
350, 4-bolt main, Ollie.
I see you got the driving shoes for it too.
Yeah.
That's your Fred Flintstone brakes?
Oh yeah, right there.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Good to meet you. Take care.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
All right. All right.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. While I was out in Southern California, I took the opportunity to check out the latest trends in classic trucks. After all, old trucks are hot, and it didn't take long to understand why. Well, we're in sunny Southern California today with Dan Sanchez. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Now, Dan is the editor of Classic Trucks magazine, and trucks are hot these days, right, Dan?
They sure are. There's a lot of new trends with some of the older pickups, and a lot of people are doing lots of different things to them. Everything from stock restorations to customized daily drivers to trucks that are built so neat they're almost like street rods.
Yeah, and we've got examples of each of those here today.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to do a whirlwind tour of truck trends, is that right?
That's right.
Well, what we're looking at here is a 57 Cameo.
57 Cameo. This has an original 235 inline 6-cylinder engine.
And this baby is bone stock.
This is bone stock. It's a truck that's on the original or the truck registry for Cameos, International Truck Registry.
Well, these are pretty unique trucks and built heavy.
Yeah, heavy duty trucks.
Now, what made the Cameo distinctive were these side panels, which were in fact fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
And they were just bolt-on.
Just bolted onto the sides.
Now, the interior was also kind of, you know, different for the era. There was a headliner in there, which you didn't get
Headliners were only available on the Cameo models, right?
Deluxe heater and even the original interior there. Right?
Original interior, floor starter, everything.
Floor starter, yeah, I remember those. Now, moving up a level from a bone stock original 57 Cameo, what we have here is a 56 Ford that's been somewhat modified.
Semi-customized. This is what we'd call a daily driver. This is what a lot of our readers own. This particular truck has had the door panels and everything shaved, make for a nice clean appearance, but the body is relatively stock.
It's lowered down, but otherwise it's not chopped or anything like that.
It's not chopped. The only other thing that the owner did to this truck was add the 3-inch wide fenders.
Gives a little bit of fatter look.
Yeah.
Now under the hood.
Under the hood of this truck,
we've got is a basic 350 Chev, is that right?
Yeah, a basic 350 Chevy.
Unique opening.
Flip-up style hood.
Now this is what you're going to find in an awful lot of these trucks these days.
You'll find basically a 350 Chevy. This is to clear the factory cross members. However, now there's a lot of independent front suspension kits where a lot of people can use Ford engines. But the small block 350 is obviously a very dependable car or a very dependable engine where anybody can use and drive it every day.
Now he's got remote openings here because he's got shaved handles, but the interior is also, you know, it's modified but not radically.
Right. He's got a shaved dash panel there with aftermarket gauges on it.
Original cranks.
Original cranks on a modular ABS plastic.
It's an original brake pedal too.
Original brake pedal.
Now moving all the way up, if we go from the daily driver, what an awful lot of folks are driving, not a lot of folks are driving this.
No, this is a full-on custom show truck. This is owned by the Gaylord's company over in Long Beach, California.
52 Chev?
52 Chevy. Has airbag suspension.
Up, down,
any way you want it.
Now there's been a chunk taken out here, 4 inches, and a chunk taken out here, 3 inches, right?
Right, and the doors were done. It's got suicide doors.
I bet there's something pretty special under that hood.
Yeah, there's something pretty remarkable in here. This is a late model, tune-port injected, twin turbocharged Gale Banks engine, Chevy 350. Has a 4-speed automatic in it.
Now it's radical in some respects, but it's kind of nostalgic in the paint job and even the interior.
It has a 50s theme to it. It has the 50s flames on it. The interior is original type custom deal they used to do in the 50s, a white tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll, yeah.
Right.
52 Chev dash there in large part, except for the instrument pods, I guess.
Right.
Now this is something that's getting pretty trendy, isn't it?
Yes, this is actually what Gaylord does. They make these fiberglass tonneau covers for late model trucks. But since the classics have been pretty popular, they started doing these for these as well.
So you can cover stuff up. It also gives nicer lines to the truck.
Nice lines to the truck. You can cover things in it. Put all your show stuff in there.
Shock absorbers and fingertip action here.
Right. Real easy to use.
Now, this is gorgeous. Now over here is another example of one of these daily driver fun trucks, and it's kind of the marriage of the old and the new. This is a 56 GMC, but with a
56 GMC.
94 Chevy bed.
That's right. It also has a 94 Chevy drivetrain to it and frame. This was matted all together to make it a really nice daily driver.
Well, and speaking of that, I mean, part of the fun of these trucks is the driving of them, and I wonder if we could talk these owners into taking us out and cruising a bit.
I think we can.
Well, let's see if we can. Guys, oh guys.
Guys, this is the Dennis Gage.
Dennis.
Ray.
Ray?
Randy.
Dennis.
and
Randy.
Eric.
Glad to meet
Eric.
Hello, Dennis.
So what do you guys say? Can we go and do some trucking?
you. Let's go.
All right, now who's your co-pilot?
This is April.
Well, I'll go with you guys in the Cameo.
All
All right, let's go.
All right.
Early pickup trucks have become quite popular, mainly because they're unique, functional, and relatively inexpensive to purchase and then restore or customize. And it was no surprise as we cruised around that these three beauties turned a lot of heads and drew the universal thumbs up. The Cameo with the windows rolled down, the distinctive sounds of a truck filling the cab, and a loyal dog by my side reminded me of my days on the farm when I learned to drive in a similar Chevy pickup. Hey, April, how you doing? Enjoying the ride? I guess I'll have to call Dad and see if he's still got the old workhorse in the barn. Thanks, guys, for getting me revved up to own a classic truck. I'll be adding it to the Gage collection. Well, that is, if my wonderful wife doesn't mind parking her minivan out in the driveway. Dear.
My classic car will be right back at
Unfortunately, we've come to the end of another show, but this cruise is far from over. Our thanks to all the great car nuts here at the Route 66 Rendezvous in San Bernardino, California. We had a great time in Southern California and celebrating America's most famous highway.